Must do water change. If I was given an opportunity to travel back in time, I would go back to the time period before I set up my first aquarium, and I would tell myself, dude, you need a reverse osmosis water filter, and here's why. This is your aquarium. You started out with just reverse osmosis water, which is pure water without any additives, no minerals, no iron, no other ingredients, just pure water. Now we have some iron, maybe other elements in water that we either add or it's already contained in tap water. So let's say, call it iron. And then we have minerals of all sorts that, again, you can either add to reverse osmosis water or you can have it included in your tap water. And of course, some other impurities like nutrients, maybe fish poop, decaying plant matter, and so on. Now, as we know, water evaporates. The evaporated water is pure water. When it evaporates, it leaves behind all the other elements and minerals, iron, and what have you. So you, of course, replenish the water with more water. But if you do it with tap water, then you also include other elements and other materials like minerals, iron. So now you do water changes. If you do, let's say, 25% water change every week, then adding tap water to the already existing tap water, you will remove the impurities, minerals, iron, and elements out of your tank. And if you use tap water, you're going to add more elements, minerals, and also the pure water. Here are after first water change, for example. So the balance is achieved. But in the end of the video, I'm going to tell you why it's not the best solution. Now, in those so-called no water change ecosystems, you have your aquarium. And in the aquarium, you have deep substrate, including some sort of gravel or lava rocks that ensure that beneficial bacteria grow on it. And then you have the layer of nutrients for the plants to feed on. And then it's capped with sand, something that prevents the nutrients from going into the water column. And now in that you plant a lot of plants. More the better. So the plants will eat out all the nutrients, including fish poop, other decaying matter, impurities. So you're all set for that. So what happens with the minerals and elements in the ecosystem tank? Of course, you have pure water, as in every aquarium, but within the pure water you have all these so-called TDS, just the dissolved solids. So all the contents that you can think of, minerals, impurities, and elements. So the plants will take care of your impurities. And if your mineral content stays the same, then there is no need to add more to it from tap water. And that way, provided you don't have any rocks that are leaching minerals and any way for the iron or other elements to increase, then you are all set, as long as you are topping off your aquariums with pure RO water, reverse osmosis water, or rainwater. And that's why you achieve balance without having to do water changes at all. Now here's the problem with no reverse osmosis water. Evaporation happens. Your pure water evaporates, leaving behind all the impurities, minerals, and elements. Now you're topping it off with just tap water, which means that you're adding more of the same. You're adding the pure water, but also you're adding some minerals and elements already included in the tap water. It's been a while since I wrote by hand. So now you perform a water change, or maybe multiple water changes using the tap water. So you remove the content and add more content. But as the water evaporates, if you don't top off or change the water with reverse osmosis water, then over time the elements, minerals will accumulate. Nutrients might be taken care of by the plants, but eventually it's going to reach the critical point of not being survivable for your fish, because the mineral content and element content, TDS in general, will be too much, and then you'll have to do 100% water change again to reset it. And now, as an example of an ecosystem, I would like to show you this tank for just single betta. This one doesn't require water changes. It has as many plants as I could fit in there. It has deep substrate with some beneficial bacteria material like lava rocks, and a very well balanced soil that doesn't leach any extra elements. The rocks are inert, the substrate is inert, so I don't worry about mineral content increasing or about any elements that might be magically appearing in my water. And when the water evaporates, I just replenish it with rainwater or reverse osmosis water, which is pure water devoid of any materials. And this is why this tank does not require water changes while it's being refreshed regularly with just replaced rainwater. So in short, if you don't have to worry about mineral content increasing for some reason magically, if you know that your rocks are inert, then all you have to worry about is the capacity of the plants to remove the extra nutrients. There's really nothing else you should worry about, and if they can meet that requirement, then you are all set for water changes. All you have to do is replenish the water with just reverse osmosis, aka rainwater. Some people actually do collect rainwater, which pretty much mimics the way nature replenishes its bodies of water with just rain. And there you are. It's nature at its finest.